Alright guys, what's up? It's Ravensway back here with part 5 of our walkthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. I did go ahead after the last episode and redo the fight, and it went a lot better. I didn't have any down party members or anything. And after you complete the fight, the young boy that we had spoken with at the beginning of it does talk with you, so we'll go ahead and talk with him. They're gone. Are you alright?
No. Yes. I mean, I don't know.
You're safe now, kid.
That's what the voice said. I almost got to the nest, but the singing. I need to get back. Mole will be so mad. Wait, you should meet Mole. She'll be grateful you helped me. Find a boy called Donny. Tell him you want to see the dragon's lair.
Alright, definitely will do. And looks like Gale wants to speak with us. As you can see, we still took quite a bit of damage spread out amongst our characters. And we did use a couple of spell slots, but much better result in my opinion. So what's up, Gale?
That scamp reminds me of myself when I was a nipper. Always getting into trouble.
Met with a lot of harpies, did you?
And worse. One time, my parents denied me a kitten, so I summoned myself a Tressim. Ugh, dear old Tara. Beautiful creature. Benefits of a wizard's education, you see. Of course, my considerable talent didn't hurt either. Well, that depends on who you ask, I suppose. I may have summoned things rather more exotic than a winged cat.
Such as?
There was that magma method once. Nice fellow, we kept in touch. Of course, in walked the housekeeper, screaming, yelling, panic, and before you know it, fire everywhere. Anyway, I'm glad we got that boy out of his predicament. Poor lad would have been harpy feed if it wasn't for us.
Yeah, and we did actually get to meet Gale's magma method friend last time, so we're going to go ahead and just grab a couple of pieces of loot. I do want to also show you one of the places where you can get a secret you may not know. We did get a harpy down here, so we'll go ahead and loot her as well. And it looks like she had nothing on her. I'm not certain if there's anything up here, but we're going to continue going. Got one more harpy to check. Oh, we got some gold and a bone for our trouble. Okay, yeah, nothing up here. So first and foremost, there is this wooden chest right here that you can come and grab. For a bit of gold. And then you can also come over here to this area. Use your jump command to get over the ledge. Climb up here. And now for a low strength character like ourselves, we're going to have to get right up on the edge to try to get up here. It's like a really, really precise sweet spot. But we can go ahead and do that as well. Oh, and I have to reattach Lysel to the party. So you do have this ring of color spray. You can see there, Gale can also absorb this, so that might be something you might want to feed him, because color spray does get outscaled pretty fast. And then some camp supplies. We also got this journal and this note. So I'll go ahead and take a look at that. You can pause and read that if you so desire. And this note right here. Okay. So we'll go ahead and head back. And like I stated, I do want to go ahead and see if I can find a shovel. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to that portion once I have the shovel, so I can show you the couple areas of where you can dig up treasure that we missed. Alrighty, so we are back right here in front of where we had fought the harpies. If you come off to the left here, you can see these sort of like pillars leading off into a space that it doesn't look like there is anything over there.
Aren't you worried your kind will punish you?
So we're just going to go ahead and jump across the platforms here.
Chucky, and my kin will understand my need for servants. They will help you, but only if I ask.
And then we can just go ahead and click on that when we have a shovel in our inventory. I just went back to the halfling at the start of the druid grove. We got a light crossbow and some acid, and that's fine. And he had a shovel for us, so no problem at all. I'm going to go ahead and cut away again to get to that previous place where we had found another dig spot. So give me just 1 minute. And here we are back at the temple that we had gone into at the end of episode 2. And there was that dirt mound after we had come out. So this one you can also go ahead and use the shovel to dig out. Alright, and then some gold and a potion. Not super important, so don't feel too bad if you miss it, but they are extra loot, so I do want to go ahead and point this stuff out whenever I can for you. So we're going to go ahead and head back to the Druid Grove, and I will cut there so that we can go ahead and speak with Donnie, like the boy that we rescued mentioned. Alright, here we are back in the Druid Grove, so we're going to go ahead and head over this way, and this boy right here is Donnie, so let's go and speak with him.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring.
Donnie, right? I want to see the Dragon Slayer.
He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch.
Thanks for showing me the door. Alrighty. And we can go ahead and head in now. So we can come down this way to go and speak with Maul.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. I heard you helped Melly with that locket. I owe you for that. Mercon says you got him out of a tight spot with some harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed. You saved Arabella from the druids. Don't know what those bastards would have done.
So as you can see here, it looks like Maul learned about us helping all of the children that we did in the camp. She's pretty haggard for a child herself, but why are you running all these schemes and swindles? It's pretty risky.
We're saving up for a better hideout when we get to Baldur's Gate. Why? You planning on telling me stealing is wrong?
Yeah, you guys shouldn't be doing that.
So what? Should we be panicking like everyone else? We have a plan. We're the ones who'll end up on top in the gate. Anything else?
Do you have anything to trade? As you can see, that'll go ahead and complete that quest right there. Nothing that she has really piques my interest.
Anything else?
Thought you might need help with something.
I do, as a matter of fact. Revenge. You saw what those bastards that run the place were doing to Arabella, scaring the precious mite. I want to steal that big, shiny idol they're all chanting at.
What do you do with something like that?
The important thing is to get it away from them. That ritual's gonna get us all killed. And we can sell it once we get to the city. Thing like that's gotta be worth a small fortune.
I'll see what I can do.
Be careful. They look as brittle as old bark. But they're vicious. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
You've been
Thanks,
a friend
Maul.
to us. Come back anytime.
Alright. So I'm not I'm not certain that we're going to be stealing that idol away from the druids. I think we can probably resolve things a bit more peacefully if we just go and find Halsin first, but that is an option available to you, so I wanted to go ahead and explore that. Alrighty. And then I do want to go ahead and take a short rest. A couple of our characters are pretty beaten up, but I do still have a spell slot, so being a warlock, I get them back on a short rest. So I'm just going to go ahead and Armor of Agathis myself, and then we'll go ahead and take the short rest. And as you can see, we got both of our spell slots back, so definitely something to be doing. I haven't been quite as efficient with that as I could have been, so try to remember that going forward. But we're going to go ahead and... actually, let's go ahead and speak with Zoru. That's one more thing that we haven't done yet. Or, not Zoru, Zevlor. We're going to go ahead and speak with him and explore that option with how you might want to deal with the druids here.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it?
Can't you delay the ritual?
You saw what they were willing to do to a child just for trying. It's Korga's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe the druids might see sense.
So what if we got her out of her position of power?
A low thought. But I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it. But the druids would slaughter us. We'd have to get close to Korga, within striking distance. I can't manage that. But they've already let you pass once.
Alrighty, sorry about that quick cut. My dogs were going crazy. Let's see. I don't really want to be murdering Kaga. Like I said, I think she might be redeemable.
It doesn't sit well with me either. But to get these people to safety, there's nothing I won't do. You'd be well rewarded for the risk. But if that won't sway you, there's nothing more to discuss.
So that's another option, but like I said, I'm going to go ahead and try to find Halsin and resolve it a little bit more peacefully that way. So let's go ahead and get moving. We've done just about everything there is to do in the Grove at this current time, so we're going to go ahead and head out and begin doing some more adventures. Oh, and I forgot one last thing. We never actually reported back with Arabella's parents after we saved her. So let's go ahead and go do that so we can close out that quest.
One more time.
Look, don't take your eyes off my hands.
This is a good enough time for me to go to the next question of the day. I totally forgot last episode, but I do want to go ahead and keep that train rolling. So for today, my question is, out of the races available in Baldur's Gate 3, which one is your favorite? As I mentioned in the first episode, I think out of the available options, I like the Drow. I think there's a lot of character options and sort of backstory you can work in when you deal with a race that's typically perceived as evil. You can subvert expectations, or maybe you want to lean into it a little bit. So I'm interested at seeing what you guys think, and look forward to reading those in the comments. But let's go ahead and talk with Chimera here.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
Hope we'll meet again under better circumstances.
Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me.
No problem. And they do give us Chimera's Locket, which gives you dancing lights. It's not a super powerful spell, it just lights up an area, but Gale can also take that as a magic item he can eat. So as you can see, there's quite a few magic items, so you don't have to worry about sacrificing something super powerful. You should have plenty of magic items that you won't even use that you can feed him. So it's really not as much of a investment, a cost as it might seem. So we'll go ahead and head out. We're not going to do stealing the idol just now. We can go over here and hunt down Karlak, find the Githyanki patrol, and then search for the druid in the goblin camp. So that's all stuff that we're going to be doing sooner or later. So we'll go ahead and head out. One thing that you may want to do, especially if you don't have a cleric in your party, is you might want to come up this way. Go ahead and climb up this sort of cragged rock right here. And up this ladder here. And there is a scene that's going to play when we step forward here, so I might want to do a quick save here.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. It's not every day one meets such a cavalier sinner as yourself. A true, bloody pleasure.
So it's a bit weird seeing a well-dressed and obviously well-read noble out here in the middle of the wilderness. So I'm a little bit worried about him. Am I talking to the mouse or the cat?
Neither. The fox, rather. Hiding, in a word. A silent observer, about to break the silence. Of course, what I have to say merits some privacy, as well as some more, let's call it, refinement. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes.
Hey buddy, you ambushed me out here.
Come. There, middle of somewhere.
Nice decor.
The house of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
Are these theatrics leading somewhere?
Are you not entertained? Well, far be it from me to disappoint.
And as you can see there, he is a member of the Devil Persuasion.
What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
Why would you help me?
Because because my compassion is boundless. I stride among the needy, giving comfort where I can. And you're in dire need. One skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that.
Yeah, somehow I don't think it'll be as simple as that, and I think that Fenris has enough of a past with his fellow Drowkin to know that the quickest and easiest path isn't always the best.
And what is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I have a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself, shop around, beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
Alright, I don't want to see you anymore, my guy. This is not... I'm not one to make a deal with the devil.
By all means, bite the hand that feeds you, while you still have teeth. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Okay, that's a fun little interaction right there. Maybe if you're running a little bit of a different character path than I am, you might want to take him up on his offer and see what befalls you, but I would probably advise against it. I don't think devils have a great track record when it comes to being benevolent. So this over here is why we came up here in the first place. This is a pendant that gives you the guidance cantrip. So as you've seen throughout the walkthrough so far, guidance is very, very helpful in making sure you succeed on skill checks. So especially if you don't have a cleric in the party, definitely would recommend that you get this. It's also an item that Gale can eat, so another one.
Necklace matches the sigil in that cave. The Harpers were busy.
You can get a little bit of lore there as well. The other thing that you can do up here is go ahead and look in this crevice.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the spiders here. Unfortunately, we didn't make that one. We do have 4 inspiration, so we might as well use it so we can start accruing some more. Critical failure. Oh well. Let's roll it again. What the heck? We are really not doing too hot on the rolls right now. Alright, that's fine.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. Is gold so precious to spiders?
So we can either do animal handling, which would be a straight roll, or sleight of hand, which is a little bit better. I think it is a harder DC though, so that's something to keep in mind. Oh, we could have made it. Fortunately, we rolled minimum on the guidance roll. We'll use one more point of inspiration, otherwise we'll go ahead and let it go. Again. Man, we are just not being very lucky today. Alright, that's fine. In that pouch there is a little cache of gold as well as a spider egg that you can throw.
And pain shoots up your arm and across your back.
So it does, you do get a little bit of damage and you get poisoned. I believe you can try again, but it's not super important, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and head down this way. We came and got what we came for, so head back down here. Sometimes the game doesn't realize that this is a pathway, so you have to click this to go on your way. So we can head down here, and let's go ahead and jump down. There's
these tracks. Goblins?
there is a secret passage back here with some combat, so that might interest us. As you can see, we do have these statues right here. If we can go and hit the rune, I think it'll turn off and not attack us, but I don't know if we can just attack it. Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can. Alright. Let's go ahead and just run over there real quick. And turn it off. Alright, perfect. Alright, that was a little unfortunate, but no worries. Alright, and then we're going to hold shift and press C so that our entire party sneaks, as we're going to go ahead and sneak up on these goblins right here and attack them.
Well, this was more fun when he was screaming.
We're going to go ahead and use our racial ability to do Fairy Fire on all of them.
That'd be funny. Yeah, give him something to cry about.
Don't wear his voice out. We still need answers.
It's kind of hard to do that, so we're going to go ahead and just get started with an Eldritch Blast to knock her off. That is going to go ahead and do it, and it did take our action, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to do anything else here. Let's just go ahead and back up. Actually, they are surprised, so we can just go ahead and prepare. Alright, Shadow Heart. Go ahead and attack the people that we have. Oh, she can't actually reach them? Alright, fine. You can hit this person over here for a bit of damage. Lysel.
No time to waste.
Forward as well. Okay. And Gale. Go ahead and continue dumping damage into the same guys here. Alrighty, so I don't think we need to use our racial anymore, so that should be fine. And this guy's probably gonna die. This one we have a good chance of killing if we do that, so we'll go ahead and attack him.
Cutting to the chase.
Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and move back. We are a little bit injured with Fenris here. He does get the attack on us, even though we are pretty far away from him, so a bit unfortunate. And only 2 damage there. Oh well. Nice dodge there, Gale. Go ahead and take this guy out, hopefully. Another miss. Let's go ahead and second wind so we get a bit of our HP back. Gale, can you go ahead and finish this guy off for me? Perfect. Very good. And go ahead. Doesn't really matter which hex we do. I'm not going to be casting any spells.
Your soul is in good hands.
Okay, perfect. Got all those goblins here. Now, if you come over here, you may notice that there is this chest. It is very heavily trapped and it will explode and cause a ton of damage with these fire barrels here, so I would recommend that you definitely exercise caution if you decide to go that route. But for our purposes, we're going to go ahead and come over here. Grab all these goblins, the stuff that they got in their pockets. And you can see this this gnome is still conscious, so I'm going to run over here quickly. Hopefully I don't take too much damage. Okay, Perfect. There's another statue right here that would be hitting us. And let's get this guy. Okay. And now, I'm not certain, but I believe you can throw a potion at him so that we don't have to waste our, waste any of our spells with Shadowheart. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and speak with him.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here.
I'm surprised those goblins didn't kill you. Why didn't they?
They were asking questions about a weapon. I told them the only weapons here are the ones the Foulbloods brought. I must tell the others what happened. I step careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
No problem, little buddy. Now you can also come down here and loot this guy. That is another statue that will hurt you if you do that. And I'm not certain, Lysel should be able to make it with jump if nothing else, but okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick save here and then quickly run her down. Alright, well, I didn't necessarily want Shadowheart to come over here as well, but that's fine. You get some green dye, a charred key, and the gold. So that key is actually for the chest up top. So we'll go ahead and go over there.
Is that blood? No.
And Lysel has already used her second win, so maybe time to take another short rest. We've used all of our temporary hit points, so we'll go ahead and armor of Agathis again before we do so. And hit that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and head up here. Okay. Now we are going to go ahead and save, because I'm not certain that this key will disarm it. So we did get the pop-up that it was trapped. I'm not quite certain. Well, we did save. Okay, it looks like if you get it with the key, then you won't be subject to the trap. So that's good to know. And then through here, I believe, is another way into the Druid Grove. Let's go ahead and check that quickly. Yes, this is back.
That might be worth a look.
Go ahead and check. Oh, difficulty class 30. Okay, yeah, there's no way. No way. Alright. So let's go ahead and get out of here. This looks like a trapped room. We can't deal with that quite yet. So we'll go ahead and keep on trucking. And then further that way is another way into the Druid Grove as well. But we are all good at this juncture, so we'll go ahead and head back out the way we came in. There's nothing else that we need to do in the Druid's Grove. Just came in here for a little bit of experience.
Tell me, Lysel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Augusta will affix the Zaithisk, the purifier, to our heads. Its magic will quell the parasite in an instant.
Okay, sounds good. Just getting a little bit of loot. There is another interaction up here that you may want to save for.
People up ahead.
We'll go ahead and speak with them.
Something's wrong.
He's so pale.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
Alright, it looks like another instance to exercise our illithid powers. So, might as well. Okay.
I'm so sorry. It's our brother, True Soul Edwin. He's injured and I wasn't thinking.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back. The injured man locks eyes with you. The parasite writhes in your head.
Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at him.
Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them. Mind the true soul. He will. He.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now.
A true soul. Thank the Absolute. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen, like you.
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
Alright, what happened to your brother?
We were looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. But instead of them, Edwin found an oil bear. An angry one. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks.
I love that guy's voice. I love how he says owlbear. Alright, I don't think that they need to fight the owlbear. Explain this Absolute to me.
What? Are you testing us? The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the old world order, start a new one. Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well, you will firstly, True Soul. You don't need me to explain that.
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice, and when the time comes, the true souls, you, will rule.
That fellow had a tadpole in his head, and they consider him blessed? Chosen? What madness is this?
Does seem they have a little bit of a cult going on here. I'm looking for Halsin. Do you know where he is?
I don't know any druids.
Fair enough. Alright, tell me more about these fugitives you're hunting.
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
Alright, so if you out yourself as a survivor of the crash, they will attack you. But I think that they're just misguided, so I just want them to stay safe. Forget the owlbear, you're still alive, just go.
What? And just leave Ed? I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
May the Absolute guide us.
Hope you guys can find a better way.
True soul? Absolute? What did they mean?
Seems like our party wants to talk to us. What's up, Shadowheart?
They're clearly devoted to the Absolute, whatever that is.
Yisk Githkar Tavki Krashet. The tadpole lets us command the minds of others.
An interesting development, but one to be treated with caution. For better or for worse.
No, our only course is to deny it. This power is just another symptom of disease, and every use will sicken us further.
Yeah, we should definitely try to understand what we're doing before we make any rash decisions.
My thoughts exactly.
Okay, cool. And go ahead and save one more time and interact with the corpse here.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Most corpses feel like toys before you, to be played with and discarded when you tire. this body seems different. A friend calls out from the corpse, desperate to be freed. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
Okay, it's obviously trying to resist this, and we just got done telling Shadowheart that we're not going to be messing with stuff we don't understand.
Your muscles loosen. The tadpole breaks free of its deceased host. Your mind is your own again. For now.
Alright, and we got some XP from that. Oh, looks like that thing crawled out of him. Alright, he's got some stuff on him. Not the least of which, this Shaft of a Broken Spear. We will be using that soon to craft a weapon. So that might be something that you're interested in. So definitely do loot this guy afterwards. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode, guys. A little bit of a shorter one, but I have to go a bit early tonight, so we're going to go ahead and end it here. In the next episode, we're definitely going to go and investigate this owlbear, and hopefully we will meet our last companion. So hope you guys will join me for that one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.